Home Show.
Bobby from Tomball has a concern about a hot knot.
And it bothers him a lot, Tom, whether he's sleeping in his cot or dealing with a bot.
Okay.
Okay.
I went to bot. Basic orientation training, but that's okay.
That's true. That's right. My stepson Grant is up in Michigan doing that right now. So
there you go.
All right. Hot water, he says, has never been a problem for him till now. He said, Bobby writes, when we moved in 5 years ago, hot water was never a problem. About 8 months ago, though, the hot water just didn't heat up very well. I turned it up at the gas water heater, and that did not seem to help. For some reason, though, right after the freeze that we had in February, our water came back on, and I had really hot water for 2 days. But now it's back to the way it was before. Tom, what does this sound like to you?
I think it's the gas valve, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure the age of the water heater, and it doesn't really matter if the gas valve is bad or you have something going on with the gas where it's not igniting. Then you need to have someone look at it. And if it's the whole valve, it's easier just to get a new water heater when the time comes. And if it's over 10 years old, it's probably just better to get a new water heater because it's just wore out. But I'm glad he had, 2 weeks of hot water. But as far as that goes, I wouldn't keep a finicky water heater around just in case something else doesn't get worse. And, you have fire hazard, you've got flooding hazard, you have other things. It sounds like it's just time for a new water heater if it's been that erratic for that many months.
A water heater will last, 8, 10, 15 years? I mean, depends on the water, softener, I guess, right?
It does, but without a water softener in most parts of the Houston area, which I'm mostly familiar with, you're looking at 10 to 13 years when one of two things happens. One is you start to lose the amount of water, the recovery rate really cuts back, and so you're taking very short showers and it gets cold and it doesn't reheat as fast as you want it to. The other thing that happens, it starts to develop a leak. And when it develops a leak, then you just get rid of it. You don't even want to try to fix it. You just get a new water heater. Now, you do have a major component, which is, if on a gas water heater, is your gas valve, which is that big box at the bottom with the dial on there and those kind of things. And if this pilot is staying lit, and it sounds like it did because it did come on, and if the pilot's staying lit, then the thermocouple, which is an easy product to fix, is not bad. I think the gas valve probably is bad. So having a plumber look at it would be the first step to have someone who is knowledgeable with it to take a look at it. But it sounds to me like it's time for a new one.
You want a straightforward answer like that to your question? Go click on that blue button. It'll take you to this page right here where you can enter your question. You can send us a video. You can attach pictures to Ask Tom. And Tom answers. And we post a new one every day at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. I've said this a couple times. If you watch these, you know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm going to ask you next. If you're watching it on YouTube,